I think you have to differentiate between value investing and quality. Now, as an investor, yes, you do have to look at all of them. But what you're saying here in this question, right? You're saying because of securities regulation compliance, next is underrated, and then you're saying the same thing in terms of Neo. So when you start talking about something being underrated, that's value investing, right? Meaning that something is underpriced. While these things you mentioned about being securities and compliant, and basically anything to do with regulation, is really something that deals with quality. So, which is a different way of investing. Now, yes, something can be of quality, meaning that they've gone through all the compliance, regulation, and everything, but still not be a good value investment. Meaning that it's not underpriced. Because let's take a best example I can really hit home with this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is great quality. I mean, the technology on Bitcoin is the best out there. I mean, nobody's complaining that the quality of Bitcoin is not there. The quality of Bitcoin is there. But as a value investor, Bitcoin can be overpriced because, I mean, for example, when Bitcoin went to $20,000 in January 2018 and 2017, as a value investor, it was overpriced. It wasn't underrated at that point. It was overrated. That's why there was a huge correction. One other example is Tesla. I mean, Tesla has been going bananas, and nobody is saying Tesla is not a good quality car company. I mean, the technology is great, the quality is there, but it wasn't underrated. It was overrated. I mean, everybody was talking about buying Tesla. So going to your question, I mean, in our opinion, we don't think it's underrated. We think, if anything, it's overrated. Now, that's not saying anything about the quality of the company, right? The quality can be good, right? Because obviously they're compliant, so they must have been doing something right. But in terms of where it is in market cap, we'll still think it can go lower, right? But obviously that's just our opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. We can't be wrong. Just because we have analytics and data, that doesn't mean we're always right. But I mean, in our opinion, we think the value, we don't think it's underrated. We think if, despite their market cap or wherever they are, Binance is still a better investment in our opinion, right? And I think that's something that is shown in our ratings. Because let me share my screen here. So if we pull up BNB, as a short-term trader, it's fifth in our Token Metrics rank, and as a long-term investor, it's 11th. So if we then look at next, comparing it to Binance, which is this one, Nash Exchange. Let me just type Nash to make it easier. So even with a small market cap, we don't think it's a good place to park your money, long-term or short-term. Either way, we think you're better off putting your money in Binance. So kind of going back to the point I was talking about, we still think Binance is, despite having high market cap, the quality is obviously there, but the value, we think Binance is still underpriced. And Binance launched Binance Cloud. So that's kind of the perspective we're coming from, looking at it as a value investor. And I talk about value investing because it seems that's what you were talking about in your question. So just kind of wanted to kind of clarify that. But curious to see what other people think. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you.